Hello everyone, CrossoverWorlds here, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different from my normal speed paints and gaming videos and music stuff. So, a summary of basically why I'm doing this. I just got done with day one of my coding class, and now I want to teach you all about the things I learned, integers and, well, not just integers, but variables and printing out text. So as you can see, I am on the main Java on Repellent. Now, if you don't know what Repellent is, it's basically this website that allows you to create these things called repels, and you can basically make small things out of them, like games and apps, other stuff. So, as you can see, I've already got myself a printout string code here. And if I click this little button called run, it will slowly load up the code, and yes, it takes this long to load the code, and it prints out information about anything you printed. So for example, I printed out Archon the Hedgehog. Archon will go far to protect his friends and do the right thing. And when he's down, he'll know his friends will be there for him. And everything he likes, too. So he likes his home in Green Isles, which is from Sonic Pulse if you didn't know, protecting and hanging out with his friends, helping others, and making new friends too. So you probably noticed all this stuff here. So pretty much here. So normally the first thing you want to do when making code like this on the normal version of Java, not JavaScript, those two have several differences, but I'm not going to go into those in this video. So anyways, the first thing you want to do when you're declaring code like this is to make the code, to make the line, your first line, class main. Now, I forgot what class means, but you can go ahead and look it up, but make sure that this main part, M here, is always uppercase, and make sure the C here is always lowercase, because if you don't, then you're gonna get an error. So anyways, since I already have the code laid out here, I'm gonna show you how to do, how to print out stuff. So, for example, so in order to print out something, you're going to type system.out.println, which will print a new line. And you can also do a normal print. They have several differences again, and you can go look up what those differences are. So anyways, you're going to want to do system.out.println, like I did right here, and then you're going to space, and then parentheses. Once you have your parentheses, you're going to want these double quotation marks, or the normal ones. I'm not sure if the non-double ones work too, but I think they do. And then you can go ahead and type in whatever you want here. You can type in Archon, or Arkin, like I just misspelled. You can type in candy, but just for right now, how about we just print the word hello? And as soon as we run the code, as it loads up. Now see, it gave me an error there because I forgot my little semicolon. Make sure you don't forget the semicolon like I do, otherwise it's going to give you this error. So anyways, as long as you have all of these semicolons to close up your lines, it's going to print out this little one here. Hello! So now that you know how to print out hello and some other stuff, as you can see here, these little things called /ns. Now, what these do is they basically separate text. So when you do /n Green Isle /home, comma, it's going to end up like this, right at the next line. Do it again for protecting and hang out with friends. It will print it right here. that's pretty much what the /n does. So now that you know how to pretty much print out text, and yes, it is very simple, I'm going to teach you about how to input variables, how to declare variables, and how to change them up a little. So let me go over to my next repel. So as you can see, we are now on my next repel, also called Hero Printer. Now, as you can see, we have a lot of different things going on here. So let me see if I can summarize it. So basically, when you set up a new repel, if you're using Repellent, you're going to delete the first line, which is basically the system print that says Hello World. That's what happened to a classmate in my summer class today, but let's not get too into it. So once you delete that, you can go ahead and declare an integer, for example, strength, and there's also the double health integer. And you can also declare what numbers these integers are. So like, for example, you have the strength integer, and you can set that strength to 14, and then you can do system.out.println to the character strength in a space here, with, of course, the quotations, plus the strength integer, which will print out strength, equals 14. Or, well, 14, just 14. Anyways, and you can do the same thing for most of these. There's double health. Now, I'm not exactly sure how the double string works, but let's see what happens when we do integer HP. And we can set that HP integer to, let's say 39. Now, it's not going to do anything because we haven't run anything that involves it yet. So what we're going to do is type in a new system.out.println line of code, put in your parentheses that you're going to want to put the double quotation. And it's because I believe those ones are the ones that work. And then you can go ahead and type in whatever text you want. Like you type in HP in the space, or you can do HP equal, and then the space if you want. But for now, we're just going to go with HP :space. And then we're going to want to put a plus sign here so it knows that it wants to add something beyond that line. And then we just type in our integer HP. Now, when we run the code, let's see what happens. Oh, and it seems I forgot my semicolon again. So anyways, you do want to make sure you always have these semicolons here because, again, I keep forgetting them. Anyways, it's really important that you do keep them there, otherwise, again, you will get that error. Oh, and it seems I forgot to put in... And then also make sure your spelling is correct when you're doing the system.out.println or any other kinds of code. Spelling is definitely key. So anyways, so here now, didn't seem to print out my sign. Don't know why that is. Who knows? Okay. So anyways, besides that, here, let me get... Oh, wait, there it is. So as you can see, it gave me 39 just how it is. Now, if you look at the health here, it says 60.0. That's because we set our health here to 60. But because the number has the double, how would you call it? Feature, variable declaration, whatever. It says 60.0. Now, you'll notice that you also have this right here, which is string name, which is where you can input character names. So, for example, string, you can do string name, semicolon, and then you can declare the variable as name equals archon, no parentheses here, I made that mistake once. And then it will print out everything here. So now, another thing you're going to want to note is operators. So, if you can see right here, we have health equals health minus 2. That will tell your computer to minus the current health by 2. And you can go ahead and do a system printout. So, for example, enemy smacks Archon with hammer dealing 2 damage. And then the system will print out your new health by doing system.out.println, quotation marks, new health plus health, and it will give you 58.0 because, again, remember we did health equals health minus 2. That will tell the computer to minus the current health by 2, and then once you print out the new health, it will give you 58.0 because, again, we minused it by 2. And then you have strength, these two here. Strength asterisk equals 2 and strength plus plus. So basically what strength, the asterisk, and then the 2 means it will double the number 14 to 28, I believe. And then what the strength plus plus does is add 1 to the current number, which gives us a strength of 29. And variables are very important when you're creating a game because you're going to want to keep track of enemy data like HP. You're also going to want to know how many items you're carrying if you have an inventory system. Variables are used in a lot of things in games, and so is the system printing. And that is pretty much everything I have learned today in my little coding class. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys learned a thing or two from this, and who knows, maybe you guys can create something interesting that I can't currently, because I have very limited experience. Anyways, so if I can look on OBS, we've been going for about 13 minutes, right about now. Anyways, so that's it for today. I hope you guys, again, learned something useful. And I will see you guys in the next world. Bye!